can never really find a good sound effect of a guy getting hit in the head with a shovel.
Good evening, sir. May I interest you in our soup de jour?
Shut the fuck up, you goddamn fuckhole! You piece of shit!
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Sorry, I was coughing. You two went out to dinner?
Just cough in the air.
Well,
this
as a
isn't
couple.
a professional radio show. Why are you using cough buttons all of a sudden?
Because I've had a cough, and you'd hear me cough every 2 seconds.
So what? I sniffle. How attractive is that?
But there's no sniffle button.
I've been like sneezing live on the show. When did you start using a cough button?
It's the only thing that works around here. I figured I'd use it.
When we went on Sean Hannity, they're like, okay, and if you need to cough, here's your cough button. You just push that button and it'll turn your mic off so you can cough, and
Yeah.
no one will hear that in Radio Land.
I like the cough button.
Why? Just
Handy.
cough.
I'm a hack.
This show's a mess. And you want to, like, start hitting the cough button?
I was using the cough button.
Oh, my God. Are you auditioning for another radio show? You want to be taken seriously?
Yes, using the cough button is what's going to put me over the top. Talk about sticking wiffle ball bats up chicks' ass, but he used the cough button? Bring him in. Political talker. That's what we need.
I think you're going to become a political talk show host eventually, Anthony. Yes.
Yeah, one of these days. Hey, if this was Yankees on this show, they'd have a choke button.
It's over, Johnny.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
It sure is. Yeah, we went out to dinner with Super Agent Bob Eatman and his lovely bride.
Oh, yes.
She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob's Bob.
Bob has a great beard if you're starring in Philadelphia. What is with that little scrawny beard he's growing? It really
Bob walks
bugs me.
in. I've known Bob for, I don't know, he's been our agent for about 6-7 years now. And, yeah, he walks into the restaurant with his beard. So now you got to acknowledge the beard because he's never had a beard before. It's like, oh, wow, Bob. Nice beard.
Yeah.
What do you say, you know?
Why did he grow a beard?
I have no idea.
Is he trying to intimidate people?
That's what I'm thinking.
Is it like the evil Bob? He grows a beard and wears a beret?
I know he has a lot of big meetings in New York
Yeah.
in the next few days, so maybe he's trying to intimidate. Yes, maybe.
Maybe that's it. Tough guy.
Put a little rubber band in it like a Lou Albano.
Yeah. Hey, you. Grab the guy by the lapels. Hey, you, I got a client.
So, I don't know. And you blew off the dinner.
I completely blew off dinner.
I knew you would. So I'm like IMing Norton, begging him, come on, please go to dinner with me. I don't want to do this by myself. Please.
Here was my message from Bob's office last night. Hi, Anthony. Bob's office. The dinner is going to be at beep. Message deleted. That was it. I didn't even care where it was going to be. I got my email. I saw the subject, restaurant,
Yeah.
Bob coming in. Boink, delete. I didn't want to know. I didn't care.
And I'm running out of excuses for you. Because
You know what the excuse was?
He never knows ahead of time, so then...
Yankee game.
Well, that's the one I use.
I didn't get any sleep.
He shows up and he notices there's like an empty seat. Oh,
Aw.
where's Anthony? The Yankees are on. I mean, it's just,
That's it.
At this point, I think he knows that you just don't want to hang out with him.
After I
social
signed
atmosphere.
After I signed the contract with XM Satellite Radio, that's it. Why do we have to go out to dinner
He
anymore?
likes to have a little quality time with us.
Unless he's got something to tell me business-wise.
We didn't talk any business either. We talked about other stuff, but we did not talk
No
about
business?
this. Not at all. And Norton's waiting for me in the wrong restaurant, going, where the hell? He's getting all mad. Where are you? He's calling my cell phone. I'm like, what do you mean, where are you? I'm right at the bar. He's like, so am I. I'm like, no, you're not. Turns out he's at the restaurant next door.
All these metrosexuals staring at me, and they knew I didn't belong, and they were correct. It was embarrassing. I had to slink out with my awful coat.
His winter coat.
You didn't dress up for your dinner with Bob?
I wore a decent shirt, but
No, you know what? Somehow we got to tape this because Norton is a completely different person when he has to be.
What do you mean?
He's just really nice. He's clean shaven. He has a nice shirt on. He's very polite.
Yeah.
He eats a lot better.
I have good table manners.
That's what I was trying to say. Yes, he has very good.
I understand that, though.
Man,
I totally understand that. I've been in
completely
situations
different.
where you have to be the nice guy, and you're on alert. You're on nice guy alert for the whole time you're there. Like dinner with a girlfriend's family when you're growing up, and you're still in school or something, and the girl invites you over dinner with the family, and you're just completely aware of everything you're saying, everything you're doing. You can't screw up. And you got that dopey smile on your face like all is right with the world. I'm happy to be here.
Like
I'm a gentleman. You don't have to worry that I'm gonna stick it up her ass, or you got to be a nice guy.
The grandmother makes a little joke and you laugh politely. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Maybe add something in that makes them laugh in such a clean fashion.
Yeah.
No, nothing blue.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, Hitler was an underachiever.
Know what I've been known to say at these dinners when you're trying to impress the other family? Oh, boy, chicken.
Chicken. Oh, boy. Now, Bill, you're on your diet, Bill.
Oh, boy.
Bill, put the chicken down. Love that movie.
Yeah. So we're having dinner, and Norton and I are looking at each other just laughing because, like, we're burying each other, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At one point, Robin's, Bob's wife there.
Robin.
That's right, Robin. Robin is going to Norton. I don't understand why you don't have a girlfriend. You seem like a really nice guy.
So she does not listen to the show.
Oh, she listens to the show. She's got problems with the show. I don't like when you guys use the C word. I just don't like that. And I'm learning way too much about you, Opie. I thought you were a really nice guy. I'm like,
See,
this is what I hate. Mm-hmm. It happens in my own family and stuff. I don't want to talk about the radio show when we're not doing it with people like that. We know the type of show we need to do to get our audience. We don't need, like, Bob's wife, critiquing us at dinner. We just don't.
Like, if Bob's wife says the show is hysterical,
then I know we're in deep trouble.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
but she's like,
true.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't like that C word on the radio. I'm like, well, whatever, man. The show might not be for you. Mm-hmm. Well, I know it's not for her, but
no.
I'm trying to be polite. And it's like, and I want my kids. She's a mother of 3. I want my kids to listen to you, and I just can't. And they're begging me to put the show on. It's like, what are you doing?
Shouldn't be children listening to this program.
Oh, and Bob heard all the crap we said about him.
Oh, he did?
And
I thought he was on a plane.
He's trying to play it off like, ho, 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 ho.
It's just for the... I know it's just for the air.
He goes, why is my mic crapping out? Is it the headphones?
It's your headphones, because I don't hear it crap out.
Oh, really?
Clear as a bell, Ope.
So, Bob heard all that stuff, and he's playing it off like, I've been in this business a long time. I could take it.
Yeah.
I know what this is about. But he said that like 3 or 4 times, which means he can't take it,
right,
and he's really bothered by it.
Oh,
because he knows we speak the truth when we say that, that he wanted us to shut our mouths for the last 2 years so he could collect his 10%. Because it comes down to money with everybody. Who are you kidding? So then Norton breaks out his digital camera. And she's like,
Were there celebrities around? Is that what happened?
No, we started talking about it. I had a couple of good ones from the Trump roast with me. I forget how we started talking about it. Because she's like, well, Bob loves to do that. No. So, the pictures.
Maybe not how Norton likes to do it. So can I see your pictures? And all of a sudden, in a panic, Norton's like, and he's like quickly scanning, making sure there's nothing too crazy in there.
And this is Voss's cock, and this here is...
So then he realized it was safe, and they're going over the pictures. But then it comes to a picture of a girl, but it's a video clip.
Oh, a little video clip?
And Robin's like, why do you have a video clip of this girl? And what'd you say? Because I don't want to mess that up.
It was a picture of a girl, and with the camera, what I had done was... I have like a little video option on my camera.
Yeah.
So I pretend I'm taking a picture, but I'm actually shooting video. An idea I got from somebody else. But I'm actually saying, so I'm trying to get a picture of you here. You having a good time tonight? Just to hear the girl going, oh, yeah, this is great. On video.
Oh, man.
Oh, not sexual to get sex, but you never know if some kook is going to freak out and say that you did something bad. So
how many video clips do you have on file on your computer?
Dude, I should have been doing it all along. I've only done it like once or twice. And it's only with somebody who I don't know that well.
But this is what he does.
But you have
to. He gets evidence on his camera.
You don't have to.
Can I get new headphones?
If you're living a certain lifestyle, then you have to. If you're living the Jim Norton lifestyle, then you are in a situation where you have to take video clips and get alibis.
You have to get people to just confirm that they're having fun, because you don't know. Someone might feel guilty. I mean, let's be honest. They're not going to look at me and go, well, I'm glad I fucked him. I'm very realistic, so they might wake up and go, ugh, what was I doing?
Right,
So she advantage of me.
So she explains this to Bob's wife, and she goes, well, maybe you shouldn't be inviting women like this up to your apartment.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there like, God, she has no idea, and I didn't want to blow up your spot.
Yeah,
again,
doesn't
today.
she listen to the show?
I didn't want to blow up your spot, and I'm dying to just let her in on
Do you understand that
everything.
these are mostly hookers that come up here and they're drug addicts, and one of them is going to freak out one time and say something to try to get some money, and I want some proof.
But you couldn't say that to Bob's wife, so it was hilarious.
The nicest lady ever.
I know. And then there's a picture of like puke in a sink or something.
No, what that was.
What was that?
I think you know how we do little weird things for the listeners.
Because she was like, "Oh my god," and she got all freaky and handed the camera back. And I thought, because of what we were talking about yesterday, I thought it might have been a picture of a girl gagging. Remember the puke bucket?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was the actual puke bucket.
It is the puke bucket.
That was the puke bucket?
It wasn't puke. What happened was this. I was embarrassed. When I was sick, like last week, I was coughing up so much phlegm, and I was just spitting into a bucket. Dude, it was 2 or 3 days worth of awful Lugers.
Oh, man, stop it. I'm going to...
I got a picture here.
Yeah,
No,
show
I
Anthony,
won't look
Anthony
at
the
it.
picture.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's pretty bad.
But I was going to put it on the blog if I wrote about it or something. I just wanted to have it because you can't. It smelled, too. It had like that awful sick breath smell.
God, stop it.
It's not that bad, Ant. I'm telling you.
I gotta drink water.
It's so funny that you get freaked out by this.
It's not that bad.
stuff.
It's not that. It's fucking.
Snot to me is a close second to shit.
No, it's not even snot. It's only like, say, it's just a bucket full of stuff.
It's God damn it.
It's a bucket full of all spittle. I mean, it's just like on the. It's not. Don't be shy. Why is everybody so shy?
Jesus, that's disgusting.
See, it's got a little bit of color on that one.
Hey, I just got an idea really fast.
What's that? Hope?
You know that the Red Sox obviously are in the World Series. What are the odds of getting World Series tickets for this radio show?
They don't get comps.
Now?
They just signed this massive deal with Major League Baseball.
Hey,
Someone get
that's
us a
right.
pair of freaking tickets to the World Series because I want to bring back the Boston Clam Chowder Puke Fest.
no.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was hilarious, though,
Yeah.
man. That was so freaking funny. We have to break that out for World Series tickets. Our first contest. Why not?
I know, that would be great. We made people eat Boston clam.
We need
New
really
England
good
clam
seats
chowder.
to the World Series. We just have to
puke.
do this. It was the funniest freaking thing. We did it for Super Bowl tickets last time
Yep.
around. It was one of the funniest shows we've ever done. Just because of the reaction of Anthony, he can't take it, and these guys everybody just puking. One guy would puke, and then other guys involved in the contest started puking. And
Really is nothing funnier than someone gearing
It
up
was
to puke,
hilarious.
and everyone watching him is going, oh,
and
there
then
he goes.
then when it couldn't get any worse, you had guys eating the puke, which made other guys puke. It was just so out of control.
Oh yeah, for more tickets or whatever, they would eat a piece of puke.
Yeah, we got to get World Series tickets and bring back the clam chowder bit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't watch a porn video like some of these Brazil scat movies where the girls are like, they're taking dumps on each other, but they're
I watch those.
but they're vomiting on each other too.
I watched that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it really it's so disgusting. You can't watch those alone. It's got to be with a room full of friends and stuff because you kind of laugh. Because it's a goof.
Yeah,
It's not-
that's right. Yeah, no. Yeah, I forgot about that. I thought I was like alone jacking off, but you're right. It was with friends laughing.
But no, it's snot. I can't take.
Really?
I am so I cannot handle snot. If there was a snot video, I wouldn't be able to watch it.
Someone told me about a mistress who blew her nose in his mouth, which I read that. He's like a human toilet. And
that just got me.
she blew her nose, and she put his mouth on her nose, and she blew her nose in his mouth.
That's bad.
That just got me.
Because even my own, you blow your nose and then you do the roll up the tissue thing and
Really?
screw it in there and then pull out a big rubber band. I just can't handle it. I skeeve. I can't look at it. I got to throw it away
You
really
ever see
quick.
Voss's? Voss will pull out boogers that should be hanging off a cave ceiling. And this dirty, awful man, he wraps them up. He has cigarettes in his ashtray, so he'll go, and he'll laugh. And then he'll just take the cigarette butt and, like, drape the booger around it. It's the filthy... It's like he's making a pig in a blanket out of a booger and a cigarette butt. He's the worst person alive.
It's disgusting.
And he wipes his boogers on the walls and stuff too. He's one of those guys.
He's awful. He's an awful person from head to toe.
Anyway, so Robin, Bob's wife, was trying to get to know Norton a little bit. Just can't understand why he doesn't have a girlfriend.
That's
it was
obvious.
hilarious.
Well, I'm always polite around wives or girlfriends. You have to be.
You gotta be.
Because if I got a girl with me who I like, I want a guy to be polite or respectful. I hate guys that just don't know the rules. I'm a pig with you guys.
That's true.
And then
not
I made the
someone's girl.
mistake of telling Bob's wife that I'm having a problem with dumping.
Why would you tell her this?
I don't know. because there was nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, while I'm dipping.
You've been at these dinners. You started looking at the ceiling going, what can we talk about next?
Look at my watch and go, oh, okay,
So,
if I leave now, I could be home by.
So she's like, tell me more. I'm a mother of 3. I can help you.
Oh.
So I'm telling her, like, I can't crap.
She's giving you motherly advice on taking a dump.
So then Norton is just looking like, I can't wait to, talk about this tomorrow on the air, so I might as well say it first. And then she's asking me, well, what kind of food are you eating? It might be too much fiber in your diet. So I told her about the oatmeal, and she's like, oh, it's the oatmeal. And then she's like, I forgot what she told me to do. Oh, she said to eat fruit.
Yeah, dried fruit. And
Dried
can I tell you the
fruit.
joy that brought me when I realized that little faggoty snack he brings in was the source of his misery? Like he can't take a shit because of that oatmeal he brings in. That
you're
made me
backing
so
yourself
happy.
up. It's like Elmer's glue and fiberglass you're putting in yourself.
So then we're just discussing bowel movements.
You brought in more oatmeal today?
Yeah, he's hiding it over there.
Now
but we
you
see
see,
it.
you know what's going to happen? You're going to back yourself up some more.
We have to. I promised them we wouldn't talk about this, but we have to.
That looks like the inside of my bucket, by the way. Your oatmeal.
Thank God I'm just about done. I don't care. We have to talk about what's going on in their relationship.
What?
We have to.
Did
we promise them? We
I didn't promise them.
I
don't know.
Is it sexual?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Is it sexual though?
Well, I think they kind of gave us the okay at the end of dinner, right? Sort of.
Well,
I'm trying to be cool.
Like it matters.
With this new gig, I'm
Let
trying
her
to
rip.
be cool because I actually want to have friends when I'm not on the radio.
Screw friends.
The
Let
old
her rip.
show, it got to the point no one wanted to hang out with me because they knew we'd just talk about them the next day. There's a guy.
Yeah.
They live in L.A. that really, really wants Bob's wife, and Bob knows it. Bob's not stupid. Bob's a man. He understands. But Bob's wife thinks that this guy's just being nice.
Oh, yeah.
And Bob has to, tell her to stop emailing the guy.
Oh, boy.
Bob-
This doesn't sound good.
Bob,
Dude, this doesn't sound good.
No, I believe her. It's like she is just...
She's very nice.
She's
really
very
nice.
naive and very innocent. I mean, she's a mother of 3, so she really doesn't really get what's going on. And, the guy pretty much has come on to her.
How is there an emailing relationship going on?
Bob wants it to stop, but for some reason it's not
Anyone
stopping.
that's out there right now, hello, you listening to me? Anyone that's out there, if your girlfriend or wife emails guys on a nightly basis, they're sitting there chatting on AOL or emailing back and forth, getting emails from guys, there's something going on there. No matter what they say, it's not some innocent little thing. It's a relationship. It is a relationship that can blossom, that can go further and further. Thank God Bob doesn't spend much time traveling. The guy's on the road all the time.
And Bob, Bob wants to beat the crap out of the guy, and if he was taller than 5'5", I think he would do it.
please.
Because I think this guy's over 6 foot tall.
Oh, is he handsome?
Supposedly he's
Is
handsome.
he handsome? Have they traded pictures?
No.
How did they spark up a relationship where they're emailing? Or
Their kids are in the same class.
oh God!
And the
a
mom-
common ground. Great. This is good.
And this guy ran into Robin's mom. I guess Robin used to know the guy, just as a acquaintance back in the day.
Bob, end this quickly.
This has been going on for a while because I asked for the update, and it was very uncomfortable when it brought it up at the table. I'm like, so what's going on with it? I'm not going to say the guy's name. And
Why can't you say his first name?
No, I don't want, because I don't want to, just whatever.
Why, is he
For whatever
famous?
reason.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know.
No.
So, this guy asked for Robin's cell phone number and calls, and then Robin takes the call, and I think in the beginning he openly just flirted with her, and she's like, "No, I'm not interested. Thank you anyway. I'm a mother of 3. I'm very happy with my husband." I mean, she's playing it perfectly. I mean, she's not interested. I swear to you. Okay.
Yeah.
But the guy will not give up on it and starts emailing her and calling her anyway, and then. Robin, trying to get out of this, set this creep, she calls him the creep, up with her friends. And so he's going out with her friends, but still not happy, and it's not working out. And then I guess Bob took his wife on a romantic getaway for their 10-year anniversary up to the Napa Valley.
Yeah.
And as they're driving, her cell phone rings. No, yeah, her cell phone rings, and it's on the speakerphone in the car, and it's this guy.
How did he get the cell phone number?
He's had it.
How?
Why? From Robin's mom, I do believe.
No.
Well, we talked about that. My mom gave my number out to my ex-psycho girlfriend.
Dude, here's the rule of thumb.
They don't understand. They're like, oh, you want to say hi to Robin?
That's enough evidence right there. Here's the rule of thumb you got to go by, guys and girls. If you know for sure that your mate isn't cheating on you, they might be cheating on you.
Now,
if you think that your mate is cheating on you, they are cheating on you. That's how it works.
I could speak for Robin. She's not cheating on Bob and has no intention to. I think she kind of likes the attention, a little bit of the attention that's going on.
You know how these things they grow out of control. It's a virus. It's like this show,
and that's what Bob's paranoid about.
Right, and he very well should be.
He's a little worried. He's like, he wants
these things don't stay where they are static. They
wants
blossom.
this nipped in the butt, as they say, but. They're running into him at all the school functions.
Of course.
It's not like this guy's from another city or another town.
He's bad. Poor Bob.
He's in the same community.
Oh, poor Bob.
I think Bob was okay with it, and then he realized that his wife is really hot, and he walked by a mirror, and he's like, uh-oh. I better do something here. Because I don't know how Bob pulled that off.
I think Bob, that's why Bob grew the beard.
Oh, do you think it's?
I think he's trying to look
trying to be
sexier.
a little more hip.
I think he's trying to look sexier.
He saw some Kirk Douglas movie from the mid-'70s. He's like, that's the look.
You're going to trade in the Vista Cruiser for a vet? Try to be all hip?
Get an earring like Ed Bradley.
Oh, the earring. Get a tat. Yeah. He's got to get a tat.
It's just very interesting what's going on, though, with this whole thing.
Start working out. Get all buff.
What kind of tattoo could he possibly get? A lawyer with a thumbs up?
But there's frustration.
A $sign.
Yeah. There's frustration in Bob's voice because he knows what this is all about. He has no doubt in his mind. And she is like, no, he's just being nice. He's a little creepy, but he's just being nice.
No, first of all, a guy in that situation, he's always looking to take it further, always looking for the score, which is to get laid. Yep. That's the goal. That's the goal. He's not doing this to just be friendly and have this little platonic conversation thing on the internet. It's not that way. They look for the final goal is to get laid.
Yep.
And the women are maybe looking for a little companionship, some conversation, something outside the humdrum of married life and raising kids. It's a little bit exciting. It's someone different. And that can take off. That can launch. If the guy's smooth and starts talking, they got the rap. Hey, look, I'm not talking about something that's never happened here. Stuff like this happens all the time.
Well, Chris Rock
has to nip this in the bud.
Chris Rock has that great bit.
I know, the platonic friendship.
The platonic friendship, it's BS.
It's the dick behind the glass. In case of emergency, break glass.
Yeah. Well, you're saying basically is if this guy, right, has some type of a smooth, guinea voice and olive oil charm.
Nice.
I know what you're saying.
Now you get the hell out of here.
Hey, there was
I ain't no agent. I heard that story.
Really
His
name
fast.
Is
Bob Eatman, and he bores my father.
Really fast. The NYPD put in a request on the email.
Yeah.
When you guys are doing the lines back and forth, and I get most of the movies. They're like, could you just give us a list of movies where these are from so we can play along at home?
Oh,
so
right.
just list them really fast. I said it's Goodfellas.
Well, a lot of them are Goodfellas, Godfather.
Clockwork Orange.
Godfather 2 more than Godfather 1.
That was
both of
Godfather,
them.
both of them.
Yeah. Clockwork Orange, The Shining.
Shining is
Cuckoo's
huge.
Nest, I love tossing in Cuckoo's Nest.
Yep.
Always appropriate.
Full Metal Jacket.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. We said Goodfellas. Casino.
Yeah.
Little Casino.
Occasionally.
That's the majority of them.
Those are the ones. I think that was the list they gave the guy.
We don't stray from our list very much. Very often.
You don't realize.
JFK.
No, JFK.
Oh, my God, yeah.
You haven't really done a lot of the JFK. So what do you think with this situation?
It looks really bad. Really bad.
Bob is frustrated with this. It's hilarious.
And if Bob is frustrated with it, that means it's gotten to the point where it's gotten further than it should have gotten. And you know something? You got to nip it. He's got to do something. But yeah, he's in a rough situation because, first of all, he's not a tough guy. He's a tough negotiator. Maybe he can negotiate a deal with the guy.
You don't understand.
10% of his wife. Something like that. I could see that Bob figuring something like that out.
Well, Bob, you don't understand. It's like you don't need violence. I mean, Bob with his pen could do more than 10,000 men with guns. Bob has a lot of power as an attorney. Just hire someone to kill the guy, Bob. What's the matter with you? Hire some guy to just smash his feet with a bat.
All right, let's say
you know something. He's got to tell his wife.
He's got
to say.
I've seen him say it to her.
No. I mean serious. He's got to say, look, this stops. This stops. I'm going to get you a new cell phone. You change the number, and this guy gets this number again, and there's going to be a big problem. Big problem.
Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
You got the same problem?
Yeah, well, you know what it is? I've been listening to you guys for a long time. I'm originally from Long Island. I used to live around the corner from Bob Buckman.
Hey, that's great.
The cue of the day.
Well, you know what it is? It really sucks because, I moved out to PA, and I'm a truck driver, and I'm gone like every other day. All right? And my wife became friends with this guy, and the same thing. Every time, man, you fuck up, it's like he's there to comfort her.
Right.
And it blows. And I tried everything. And this guy, he calls the house once in a while, I pick up the phone, he hangs up the phone. He's scared of me.
That's creepy.
And it is. And, I want to kick the living shit out of him, all right? And, he runs scared from me. And, it's the same thing, so you don't dare fuck up because he's just in the aisles waiting for you.
What would your wife or what would someone's girlfriend do if all of a sudden every night you're carrying on a conversation with a girl online and you're getting this little relationship where she's calling you on the phone, you're talking, and then you tell the wife, oh, you're just friends. You think any wife or girlfriend would stand by for that crap? Of course not.
No way in hell, man. They hang out to dry, man. The first thing they'll do is screw you over.
Oh, because you're just looking to get laid. But, I'm just sitting here and I'm in this relationship online, but it's not going to go any further than that. But stop it.
Oh, yeah.
It's always progressing, moving forward up to the point where the guy wants to take it, which is sinking it deep in your loved one.
and let me tell you something. Women are more capable of being friends because especially when they're married with kids, because a lot of times they don't get out of the house that much. They're kind of bored, so they have fun online, chitting and chatting.
A little chit-chat.
I've talked to a lot of married women, and to be honest with you, most of them, 80 to 90% of them, just want to be friendly, and they don't want to take it anywhere. Once in a while, you'll get lucky and pick one off, but normally they just want to be friendly. And I'm the dirtbag at home with my pants, I'm whacking my bag, trying to get something dirty started.
I see what you mean, but you know something? It only takes one guy to break through that barrier, be a little smooth. Yeah, and it's over.
I'm crass and obvious.
Yeah, you are crass.
I try
and
to
obvious.
put LOL at the end of it, but it doesn't. So you want to take a dump on my chest? LOL. Just kidding, having fun.
ROFLO.
ROAF. Roll you all over floor. I only want to hear that if you're a burn victim.
All right, thank you, John. Let's go to Lobster, another trucker checking in today. Hey, Lobster, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? Here, I'll give you the horn.
There you go.
Listen.
Your horn's a little weak.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, what can I say? I'll open the window a little better for you here.
All right.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a loud one.
Listen, I was living in New York City at the time, and I got on a chat room, and I met this chick down in Delaware.
Ooh.
Her husband was a trucker, and he was gone. I work local, and he was gone, out all the time, and she started confiding in me. 4 kids, the whole 9 yards, married 10 years. Slamming body. 38 double Ds, 32, 36. Unbelievable. 5'8", dark brown hair, doe eyes, beautiful. She runs the show for her husband. I mean, she totally dominates this guy. Well, she's complaining about him. Well, let me tell you, this chick is into everything totally freaky. I mean, I've introduced her to fisting, domination.
Fisting? How do you introduce someone to fisting?
How do you introduce someone to fisting?
Yeah, what do? Put on Caligula and go,
pull out the lard?
Yeah. My God. She is a kinky dream come true. She's totally into being dominated. Tie her up. She has to be tied up when I fist her. She just loves it because
they all do, yes.
Oh, she thrashes around. I've even done double anal fisting with her. I mean, just totally over the top.
Shake hands with yourself.
Wait a minute.
Hey, pleased to meet you.
Wait, double anal fisting?
I swear to God, 2 fists in the anal cavity.
2 in the end. And then you know what you do? You try to clap. And then you say, hey, I can't clap. And she goes, tight, huh?
Oh, I tell you, hey, I had to refurbish her. I put in a 20-pound ham and pulled out the bone.
Lovely.
Oh, it's just
So she's
unbelievable. So listen, guys,
Yeah.
I'm warning you, man. If you're in that kind of relationship, that shit is happening.
all right.
And listen, I work down. I'm down in Florida right now. I drive a cement bulk hauler. I got WOW written on all the mud flaps.
Oh, thank
Incredible. I go through Gainesville, Florida. I run dedicated route between Tampa and Gainesville, and that's the college town, Florida Gators. I have had a couple of those wonderful, lovely, perky college flashes at me.
Yeah,
Very nice.
The girls
Sweat
definitely are
over
out
the
there.
engine.
The girls are definitely out there ready to flash you if you have WOW in your car. I'm telling you, it works like a charm.
Don't the truckers
Oh,
tend to be
see-
chatty Cathys?
What else they got? They're lonely out there.
I understand.
All right, Lobster. Thank you.
Bye,
Hey,
fella.
have a good one, guys.
Can't believe he put both claws in her little backside.
Double anal.
Little
fisting.
rubber bands around his hand. Oh, little lobster. Giving her.
Little rubber band.
I didn't know that was possible.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it is. This
that hurt.
fisting to me is disgusting and
that would
violating.
hurt.
Oh, we found your limit, huh?
Does nothing. I don't like anything inserted into a woman. I'm a pervert, but it's got to be organic. I don't like
wow.
dildos and toys. Beat it with that crap.
No?
No. Put this in. For what?
What is that doing for me?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's part of your self-centeredness. You think it would just have to be you in there.
But no, I mean, no, not at all. 'Cause I know I'm kind of inept. But it's not. It's not about just using the vagina as an object holder. It's not a pencil holder. I'd rather lick it.
Ah.
I mean, it's not about me. I'm in there. Believe me, I'm a good egg, but I don't like putting stuff in there in a fist. Ugh.
So weird where his lines are, but
It
okay.
really is. Okay, let's say hi to Dale, another trucker. A lot of truckers checking in today.
Of course, very early.
Hey,
Hey, Owen, how you doing?
pretty
Great,
good,
man.
man. You had the same issue as our agent?
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, when I just woke up with your radio station,
Hi.
and I'm sitting there, and the next thing I hear is a story, and I had a flashback. This shit happened to me exactly.
Really?
Well, let me tell you something. If he thinks it's going on, it's going on. I was married for 4 months, and my ex, man, she was doing the phone deal and everything. We went out to New York City. We're from Indiana. We went out to New York City for Christmas last year. All the way out there and all the way back. Her cell phone was ringing, and guess what? It was old Bob. That's who it was.
Huh.
I don't
See?
think, but I'm going to disagree with one thing. Just because you think she's doing it, she's doing it. Not necessarily true, because his wife is not cheating on him. I don't think she's cheating on him at all.
I have to say that because we probably shouldn't even have brought this story
No, but
up.
the problem is-
I just know that it's just a flirtatious thing.
close
that's
enough.
That's driving Bob nuts, and they're trying to figure out how to make this guy go away.
Close enough, and there's no upside to it. It can't end good.
But she's asked him to don't email me anymore. Like, please don't email me anymore. I'm uncomfortable with your compliments. And the
Then
guy
if
still
you know
emails.
something, if she did that, then fine. Let him
she
email.
has.
Delete.
Yeah.
Never answer again. Change your phone number. Don't answer the cell phone. I don't understand.
All right.
Hey, mine said the same thing. She said that, well, I asked them to quit doing this, and I asked them to quit doing that, and then, something just
See?
happened. And,
I asked
said,
them.
Man,
And
whatever. But
And,
hey,
and where
I'm
did this
gonna
guy
ask you
come
guys
from? How did she meet him?
How did mine meet him?
Yeah, how did?
He was the manager in the store where she used to work at.
Oh.
There you go.
At the Walmart.
No, at a truck stop. So
Oh,
that's
boy.
on my tab.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
So what happened?
Hey,
the only thing that's suspicious, though, is like every time the guy would call the house, she would say to Bob, could you leave?
Oh,
Like she would ask him to go to the other room so she could talk. But
but that's nothing.
no.
Let's calm down now. Eric from Nebraska, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, man, when my wife and I have been married 8 years, and she caught me on AOL right after we got married, chatting with some woman, and she turned around and started doing the same damn thing with some guy.
Well, it was your fault. You started it.
Good for the goose is
yeah.
good for the gander.
Oh, yeah, but see, the thing is she caught me red-handed doing it. She tried being sneaky with me, and I installed spyware software where I could keep an eye on what she was doing.
Yep.
And so I caught her, and the conversation started getting real racy. Like, the guy wanted to meet her, and my wife was real sweet and innocent and all this shit. And a friend of mine told me one day, he said, there was some strange guy over at your house, or over at your apartment when one of my buddies lived a couple houses down, or a couple doors down from us. He goes, yeah, there's some guy over there today. I said, I don't know who the fuck he was. So I turned around and set up 2 hidden video cameras in our apartment. I don't know if I still have the tape. I told your screener I'll look and see if I still do. But, man, my sweet and innocent wife who told me she'd never cheat on me.
You got video of her?
Oh, whoa.
What was she doing in the video?
Oh, just about anything that she wouldn't do with me, that's for damn sure.
Here he is.
Here's the guy watching this video.
Yeah, I just,
Turn it off!
Oh no. Okay, no, that was a tape of me last night watching the Yankee game.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I got confused.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate that online thing. I was online. I was trying to pick up what I thought was a cop once. Turned out to be a 13-year-old girl when I went to meet her. Isn't that horrible?
I hate when that happens.
So deceiving.
Alabama trucker checking in. It's Colt 4-5. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I'm cruising through this fuckhole state of Alabama.
I love these truckers, man.
Oh shit!
Hang in there. So what do you got today?
It's all foggy and shitty out.
It's Alabama.
Yeah.
That's a sunny day in Alabama. Who are you kidding?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got, bro?
Those truck driver who called in earlier, fucking another truck driver's wife while he's out.
Yeah.
They're called Jodies, man.
Jodies?
Yeah, that's what we call them out here, is a Jody.
A Jody.
The guy, as soon as you leave the house, he's over pumping cock in your wife as fast as hard as he can do it.
Wow.
Fucking slime bag.
You know what? I'm starting to think that there's not many truckers out there in a happy relationship. There's
I know.
all sorts of crap going on when they're
How can
on
they be
the road.
They're getting hemorrhoids from bouncing all over the highway, and their awful wives are giving a box to some creep in the neighborhood. I don't blame them.
There's a couple more. The phones have exploded. We want to move on to a couple things here, but Ryan in Chicago, hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good, bro.
Kind of had the same thing happen to me a year ago. My wife kicked me out. I'm a trucker. And I moved in with my best friend. He kept going down there, telling me he's just being friends with her. Found out he's fucking her in my house while I was sleeping on his couch in his apartment.
Wow. Oh, Jesus. That's low.
Now the two of them are living together. But the best thing is I got the house and everything out of the whole deal.
Did you beat him up, though?
Come close a few times. Every time I go near their house, they call the cops on me for something stupid.
Yeah, because it's your problem.
Yeah, I've got the problem, and he's the lowlife that snuck in and banging my old lady in my bed.
Well, what did you think, though, like when you were at his couch? What did he say? I'll go talk to her and I'll be back? Like, well, how would it happen that he would just wind up there and tell you about it?
No, he'd tell me he was going to somewhere else to see some other girl.
Oh.
I went down to my house one day, and he's sitting in my kitchen cooking dinner for my wife and kids. Oof. I drug him out of the house, and the lowlife bastard wouldn't raise his hands. I threw him all over the yard, and he wouldn't do nothing.
Just one man tossing another man around the yard. I like that.
Yeah.
Smell your wife on his penis.
For two men to sit naked in a hot tub together.
He didn't want his. He didn't want to punch you because he didn't want his hands to swell because he wanted to fist your wife.
Probably. That's okay. He can have the fat skank whore anyway.
Hey, there you go.
That's right. Move on to another one, sir.
Thank God you went with that with me, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awkward for all of us.
I wasn't that brave to go with that, but thank you for helping me out.
Guys, opening his heart up and you're doing a fisting reference.
I know. He didn't want swollen fists. All right, two more and we'll move on. Okay, let's another trucker in PA. It's Steve. Hey, Steve.
Hey guys, what's going on? Here, let me give you the horn quick.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, yeah, I fucked my ex-old lady more now than I did when I was married.
Really?
That's an odd thing, man. That is an odd thing when I hear this. So
Well, she just got remarried back in July. That's the best part.
she's remarried and you're still banging her?
Oh yeah. The new husband works middle shift, so he ain't never home at night. Every time I bring my son home, she puts him in bed and we just go to town.
Wow. See,
they're all pigs.
People
Women
are all
pigs.
just disgusting.
No, it's everybody. Everyone just wants to get laid. We all make believe we don't want
Yes,
to.
mister?
Oh! Bravo!
You got
Bravo! He nailed you.
You ate it.
It's like you were his ex-wife. The way he just banged you.
Tired today.
I am tired. God damn it.
Wow, that rarely happens right there.
He got me good.
Oof.
Oh, boy.
I poked my fat face right out. Can I help you?
Hello?
Smash.
Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
Rich.
Wait, he's still there? Hello?
Richie.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I was at a wedding. My wife has a lot of clients, and there was this one lawyer guy who kept calling all the time, email and everything. So we're all sitting at the wedding table, and we're getting a little drunk. He says, you know, I never want you to think that there's anything going on with my wife. So, you know, everything's quiet because people are talking and shit. And I said, if anything was ever going on with my wife, I'd just beat the fucking balls off of you. The whole wedding goes dead quiet. Fucking very uncomfortable situation.
Was anything
I never
going
heard
on?
from the guy again.
What was going on with this guy, though?
I think he was trying to strike up something with my wife, but then once I confronted him, he just disappeared.
You're not a lawyer, right?
No. I'm a construction worker.
Yeah, definitely. That's Trump's lawyer, definitely, when it comes to the fisticuffs.
All right. These stories are starting to get better and better. Should we take a break? Should we continue? What do you want to do?
Well, I can tell you the one time that I had a girlfriend years ago, and she shaved her pubic hair really nice and short, which was so hot. And then I wound up getting crabs like 3 days later. And I realized why that awful creep had shaved her pubes short, because she caught crabs banging somebody and then gave them to me. And I knew because I didn't cheat on her at that point.
Yeah.
So I've got crabs from a girl. So if you ever wonder why I'm a dirtbag, believe me, I've been wounded.
Crabs. I've never gotten crabs.
3 times I've had them.
You've had, of course you have. Of course you have. How could you not?
Because crabs you can get even with a bag. I mean, you know, you can get.
Of course.
Those little fellas just jump on and welcome.
Little guys.
Little guys.
Snapping their little claws, holding on tight to a hair. Like it's
Well, that time I got them from the girlfriend, and the first 2 times I got them was like within a 5-day period when I was 19 from the same chick twice.
Oh, wow.
And I knew she had them, and I banged her anyway.
Skank whore.
Yeah, I banged her anyway. I knew she had them.
Nice.
Here's the deal. We got a lot of people calling in, and the stories are getting better. So we got to take leaks and stuff. So we'll step aside, right? And then we'll continue this. Also, Anthony, on the way, breaking out our new game, Coming or Going.
Coming or Going. I love it.
And we're wondering if another couple is going to attempt to, become the sexiest state in America today. You never know when that pops up. You just
so
don't
far,
know.
Illinois is very, very sexy.
Very sexy, yes, with the girl that was gagging a little bit yesterday for all of us. Okay.
Yeah.
As we go to break, one of our favorite games we used to play when you were allowed to do prank phone calls was Hi Mom.
Yep.
You've heard Hi Mom, I'm in jail, I think, by now. Hi Mom, I'm in porno. Remember Hi Mom, I got fired for masturbating?
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't play this on the radio anymore because you couldn't say masturbate or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So check this out as we go to break, and we'll continue.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up?
I hear you want to play Hi Mom, I got fired for masturbating.
Yes, I do.
Is she going to buy this?
My mom's really gullible.
Hold on the line. It's ringing, bro. Good luck.
Hello? Mom?
Yeah?
Can you pick me up from work?
How come I can't hear you?
Can you pick me up from work?
Yeah.
I got fired.
What?
I got fired from work today. Can you pick me up?
No way.
Please? Pick me up.
What the heck happened?
It's kind of embarrassing.
What, are you going to tell me?
I was in the stockroom, and someone walked in on me when I was masturbating.
What?
I got caught masturbating in the stockroom.
Did
You're
they
going to have to pick me up.
Did they give
They
you a
fired me right
warning?
then and there.
What are you, nuts?
Just come pick me up, will you, Mom?
Chad, you're supposed to do stuff like that in the privacy of your own home.
I know, it's embarrassing, Mom. I don't...
So where were you, at a payphone or something?
No, I'm at work, and, I'm here. Everyone's been looking at me and laughing at me and stuff. It's just come pick me up, will you, please?
All right. You want me to meet you out back?
Yeah, just pick me up where you dropped me off this morning.
All right, you okay?
Well, besides my pride, I'm embarrassed. Just pick me up as soon as you get a chance.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, I'll be there.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my God, dude. What the hell's wrong with you?
How was that?
That was awesome, actually.
She's going to be pissed now.
Wow, I can't believe you said that to your own mother.
Yeah. All right, we got to go back to the phones. We got a few more cheater stories on the phones, and then we're going to play, finally, Coming or Going, Anthony.
Coming or Going.
We're going to move on with the program, but this seems to be what they call a hot topic It's a hot topic today on the Opie and Anthony show, and if I could get the phones. Okay. George in Colorado, let's go.
Hey, guys. Hey, man, I walked in and caught my wife banging some guy she met online.
Come on.
No, I'm
wait, what was the situation? How did you come home early or what?
Like most of your other callers, I'm a truck driver, and I'd taken a run. It was supposed to be 5 days, and it got cut short, and I came back 2 days early.
Ooh.
And I came home, and there was another car parked in the driveway, and I didn't know whose car it was, and I wasn't thinking anything of it. The car looked similar to one of my wife's girlfriend's cars.
Oh,
and
no.
I thought maybe she just had, one of her friends was over.
Yeah, well, it was.
Yeah, it was.
A good friend.
It was kind of a shocker there. I come walking up, open the door, and usually the dog greets me at the door. She had locked the dog out back, and the dog wouldn't bother him. And I come walking in, I'm like, what the fuck? And I heard something. I go walking upstairs, and there they are going at it. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow. What'd you do?
Beat the shit out of the guy.
Did you really?
Yeah, because it turned, she started pleading with, I come walking in, I was pissed, and I was ready to go after the two of them, and she jumped in the bathroom and slammed the door and locked it so I couldn't get to her. And the guy's like, hey, she encouraged me. And I said, I don't give a fuck what she did.
Yeah, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, literally, he ran down the steps, buck naked, me chasing after him. When he hit the front door didn't open as quick as he wanted to. And the two of us went through we had a full-length glass storm door, and I hit him. The two of us went through the door, and I proceeded to beat the shit out of him on the front lawn.
I think if the neighbors see a guy beating up a naked guy on the front lawn, you don't even have to wonder what happened.
No.
You don't have to ask or anything.
Yeah, there's no doubt there.
You can just whack your bag and watch.
So one of my neighbors saw me beating this guy and called the cops. The cops showed up, and the first thing the cops said I got charged with battery, but the first thing the cops said to the guy was, "So, was his wife worth it?"
Yeah.
Wow.
And the guy just,
Hey, so
he just,
Was he a friend of yours, or you didn't know him, right?
No, I didn't know him. She had met him. She had met him online. I mean, it was kind of a fluke because she hated. We'd had the computer for several years, and she'd never really gotten online. She just, thought it was a waste of time, and we literally in counseling talked about it, and I learned how it happened. Is it was just kind of a fluke.
How did people meet before computers? How did they hook up before computers?
I don't know, man.
Singles bars.
Yeah.
You stayed married?
Yeah, we stayed married. We worked it out. It's just, I wonder sometimes. Oof. I still drive truck, but, man, I work for a different company to where the most I'm gone is same day, and I know her work schedule.
That means you really didn't work it out,
You
sir.
are still with her.
Oh, wow.
You didn't really work it out because there's just no trust in that relationship anymore.
Well, it's coming back, but it's...
What kind of... what position were they in when you...
He was on top.
Just nailing her?
Just dominating?
Yeah,
oh, God.
Yeah. It's just, I moved out. In fact, I lived out of the truck for about a month until it took him. She was calling my cell phone every fucking day wanting to talk to me, and as soon as I'd see the numbers, I would just hang up. And it took about a month before I finally talked to her, and we went to counseling, but it was like, man, when she admitted to me how it happened, there'll never be another computer in my house.
Yeah, it was the computer.
Did she? Let me ask you a question. But do you think beforehand, did they just start like that, or do you think like there was other stuff that they did before it like that, or did you catch it in the beginning?
That was the first time.
I'm sure it was.
They had been chatting online for like 3 weeks.
Oh, man.
And she said they had gone to lunch once, and that was and she had told the guy like twice, no, she didn't want it to go any farther and whatnot, and he just kind of he was kind of pushing himself on her a little bit, and it finally got to the point where she figured, well, maybe if she did it once, he'd go away.
And you believe that story?
Well, knowing my wife, yeah. You talk about your agent's wife being naive. Let me tell you something. I've come home from work and told my wife shit that she bought hook, line, and sinker. I mean, I've gone out to strip clubs with guys from work, blowing a whole $700 paycheck in one night, and I get paid $700 a week or better on average. And I mean, I've blown a whole paycheck in one night at a strip club. Came home and told my wife that I lost it in a poker game, and she doesn't even wonder about a lipstick mark on my collar. Or,
of course, she's not going to call you out on anything.
Yeah, she's just
direct attention
she's just
away
thanking
from
God that you haven't caught on to what she's doing.
Right.
All right.
Well, and this was before she had done this. I mean, I would do shit like that, and she didn't know. She's.
All right.
Maybe that's why she was doing these things.
Yeah. George, I got to cut you off because a lot of people want in on this, and we really want to move on to our coming or going game.
Bye, George.
Thank you very much for sharing with the audience. Let's say hi to Scott in New Jersey. Hey, Scott, what's up?
Hey, O&A, what's going on?
Come on.
All right, this story. My wife used to work at this place. Okay, a guy was hitting on her all the time. She moved, went to a different place to work. This guy kept calling her, emailing her. So what I did one night, it was like February, it gets dark around 5 o'clock. I Slim Jim'd the back of his car door, waited in the back. The guy got into his car. I grabbed him around the neck, said, "You go near my wife again, I'll fucking kill you."
Hey, there you go.
Never had a problem with him again.
That does tend to solve things.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Took the initiative.
All right.
I got punched in the face by a husband one time. I told this.
You did?
You ever told this story?
No,
I never heard that.
Oh, when I was like 18 or 19.
Really? What were you doing?
I was seeing this woman. She was married, but she was separated, and her husband at the time.
That's a tricky time, though.
Yeah, he was living with another girl. I mean, I'm looking back, I shouldn't have done it, but it was like I thought he had moved on, and she lived in right on the Jersey-Pennsylvania border, actually in Pennsylvania, and she lived over a bar. So I would go over there once in a while. Again, I was 19, and we're fooling around one night, and her husband
Teen
was
Jim story.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think there's a hot teen. Hold on.
Yes, a hot.
As you know by now, the
Jim
timing on the
story.
show, we need to work on that, but this is hot teen news.
Opie and Anthony's Hot Teen News.
Yes, Jim.
Well,
you were how old?
19.
Yeah.
19.
And I was. It was funny. We started out as friends, and I remember, like, before anything ever happened. This is how naive I was. She was hugging me one time.
Yeah.
And she was wearing sweatpants, and I caught a full rod. And she kept trying to position herself to kind of press against it.
Ooh.
And I was embarrassed, so I kept turning away so she wouldn't feel it.
No.
Yeah, I was a dumbbell.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
So we developed this thing. We started fooling around. And one night, her husband was a psychopath. He was like fighting cops and getting arrested for punching police. He was a kook. So one night we're fooling around, and she lived over a bar, and I hear this.
The knock at the door.
No, well, I'm thinking, why is somebody taking a broom handle and knocking on the ceiling from the bottom?
Someone's going, hey. Psst,
right.
Psst.
Turns out that was the sound of cowboy boots walking across the wood floor, approaching us, because I'm fooling around with her, and the only light is the TV light, and she's on her back, and she looks up and she goes, "Oh my God."
Oh my God, no way.
I feel two hands on my back.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening. All of a sudden,
Hey, a threesome.
Yeah. Hey, don't push, fella. And he belts me in the face twice. I mean, before I know it, I'm on the floor. One of my contacts falls out. I'm just kind of like looking around.
Oh.
He turns the light on, and he's standing there. He's like 6'3".
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
And I'm on the floor, and he's standing there huffing and puffing. And he was like trying to clean up his drug addiction.
Oh,
but
great.
he's telling his wife that he had gone out and used cocaine that night.
Ah, that's what you want.
And he's talking about me like I'm not even there. And he's like, "You know I'm going to kill him, don't you? You know that has to happen." I mean, and he was a psychopath. And I had met him before.
You know I have to kill him.
And I had met him before. And I didn't like make the connection as to who he was to her. Like I met him through somebody else at one point, and I had been nice to him, and that was the only thing that saved me, because he was really gonna murder me, not like in a beat you up way, but
Right.
in a, like I'm gonna end your life
Kill
type of
you.
way. Yeah, like grab a kitchen knife and stick it in my fat stomach. And I was just kind of kneeling there, horrified. I did nothing because I'm like he wasn't doing. Once he punched me twice, and I saw
Were
stars.
you nude?
No. If I was, he would have killed me.
Yeah.
If she
But
was
you were on
going-
top of her.
Kissing. She had,
okay.
She had on like a negligee or whatever, and I was lamely trying to paw at her.
That's hot.
And
that is so hot.
How
old was she?
She was probably 27. And as he's walking me to the door, it calmed down. She calmed him down. And he's gonna let me go. He's like, all right, whatever. You didn't know she was my wife one time because I didn't. I had met him that one time, and he's like, look, I know you knew she was my wife. Just tell me that this is as she's walking me to the door. Just tell me you knew she was my wife, and I'm gonna let you go.
Oh boy, that sounds like one of those setup things.
He's like, but if you don't admit that to me, I'm gonna kill you.
But that sounds like one of those things that if you do fess up to it, then he kills you.
Of course it was. But I couldn't have fessed up to him. Like, well, you're going to have to kill me, man, because I didn't know.
Oh, good.
Believe me, it was the last. You think Michael Corleone didn't have shit on me. I was deadpan and powerful. And he's like, all right. And he opens the door and he lets me go.
He was waiting for you to say, oh, no, okay.
Yeah, I kind of knew.
And then wham, you'd have been
I
all
would have been
over.
thrown through the window.
How bad was the punching? Did he break anything?
Didn't. No. But I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I just felt hands, and all of a sudden I saw white. You really do see stars.
Yeah.
Wow, it's cliche.
Look, there's Ernest Borgnine.
But I'm almost glad I didn't see him coming, because obviously, I mean, it's not that I'm a tough guy, but if you see a man walking out, you stand up. I mean, you're not going to lay there on his wife.
Right.
And had I done that or taken that defensive position, he probably would have picked up a chair and cracked it across my head.
Uh-huh.
But she said, she told me, I talked to her weeks later, and she said the one reason...
You talked to her?
Well,
I wouldn't even have... if I saw it coming, I'd have run away screaming.
Well, she called to apologize. It was done. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whatever. But she's like, the only reason that he didn't murder you was because you just kind of let it mellow out. You let it diffuse, and he was all coked up. But he's not he's a psycho, but he's not a bully. So, like, you know what I mean? He likes to fight, like, groups of guys. And because I was small, you know what I mean? Had I jumped up, he would have murdered me. But because I just kind of sat there with no contact lens.
Sounds like how you have to deal with a bear that's mauling you.
But he was right.
Now what you got to do is lay there.
I was looking for a hill to run down.
Pretend you're dead. Yeah, pretend you're
Lay dead. He'll sniff you a little.
Right.
I didn't think he'd smell it because I hung my condoms in a tree. But
that is horrible.
Yeah.
Scary story.
Although I wasn't really in the wrong. It was just
Wife
one of the...
fucker.
No, I didn't.
Killed you,
I
you
never banged her.
bastard.
No, we never banged.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
All right, this is the last one, and then we got to move on. It's Mark from Kentucky. Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
Man.
I got a story for you about that wife cheating on you with the internet thing.
Okay.
I had caught my wife nosing on the internet there on her email and started checking out, noticing something was going on, and I didn't know really what to do, so I just kept watching them. And then I got that final email where they said they were going to meet. And I'm a truck driver, all right? So I told make sure my wife knew I was out of town in the truck driving, but I wasn't. I was home.
Oh, the setup.
They were supposed to meet at a Sirius parking lot, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I took my truck over there early. I sat over by where there's no lights, over by the maintenance bay where they work on cars, and I waited. Lights off, truck running, smoking my little cigarettes, waiting. And there they show up. Now, my wife got out of our car that I bought, that I pay for, that she fucking drives, and they got into his car. And, of course, the car started rocking and moving and everything. You pretty much know what's going on.
Oh.
They were listening to music?
Yeah.
No, I didn't have nothing going on in the truck but cigarettes.
Windows all fogged up.
Oh, yeah, the whole 9 yards. And after they got done with their business, about 45 minutes, I sat there. They got out of the car. They kissed each other. I started catching gears.
Wait a minute. You allow them to finish?
Yeah, I sat there and waited.
Did you whack your bag at all?
No, I didn't. I was kind of out of it at the time. I just couldn't believe it.
So I can't understand that you would let them finish.
And when I started catching gears, the noise, they heard it. They turned around and looked. By then, I hit 7th gear, flipped my lights on, and even though I lost my job at the time and had to get lawyers to get my license back, I plowed into his fucking car, but the look on her face and him freaking out after I posted his car into the telephone pole was worth it.
Nice.
So you're married. You didn't stay together, right?
No, we didn't stay together.
Good. Did you beat him up or did he run? What did he do?
No, he couldn't get out of the car. He broke both of his femurs got broke when I nailed his car.
Wow.
That's what you get.
We got to be nice to these truckers. I'm learning way too much today.
Oh, they're
on this
lunatics.
show.
I love it.
You guys are insane out there. All right, well,
and I've been single since.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Especially since this psycho just sat there in the lot smoking while they banged and planned on running the guy over.
That's what I
talking to himself.
That's what I call self-control.
Yeah. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up.
And by the time that they've been together, he knows every move that she's doing.
Yeah.
Because you've been with her, like, right now, she's like, giving him that little ball tickle that you thought was special.
That was for you. Thought it was just for you.
Yeah, what kind of positions did you witness?
Most of the time, this is pretty bad. Most of the time, it was her straddling him.
Yeah, there's only two you can really do in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so she was definitely going at it. She was the one controlling the situation. He was getting the fruits of, I guess, my non-labor.
Well, not your fault.
All right, Mark, thank you.
All right, appreciate it. You guys suck.
Thank you. Bye.
These guys are insane out there. All right, see what Bill wants on from North Carolina. I mean, we got to move on. If it's a good story, we'll go with it. But wow. It reminds me of that scene from that movie, Help Me Out, where they're going at it and they tied up the husband.
Not with Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
That was
one of the
scene.
sickest
She was
scenes.
very sexy.
What
yeah.
movie was that, though?
I don't remember, but there was a good lesbian stuff in it. There was some hot stuff in that.
She was getting into it.
They were like...
Wasn't Gina Gershon in that one?
I don't know.
That one
Was
she
she?
was in?
Maybe.
No?
Like it was... What? That was Bound?
Yeah.
Oh. That was, in a weird way, that was a really hot scene. They tie up the freaking husband, and she's just banging away the rebel guy there. What's his name? He's in a lot of those movies.
Michael Madsen?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it
he's
was Michael.
great.
Yeah,
He's great.
And then the guy, ends up hanging himself in that movie, right?
Don't remember.
Yeah.
I
that
saw
was
it.
a good one. Whoa.
I scrapped a few times. That was when we were talking about the hottest scenes in movies. Bound might have had one or two of them in there. That was a very sexy movie.
Yeah.
Bound's incredible.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay.
I think I scrapped to it.
We got to move on to other things. We're going to play Coming or Going in a few minutes here. What?
Why do you have roll of quarters? Why are you holding like 12 quarters?
Doing laundry?
No.
Laundry.
Your car parked out front?
No,
Feed the meter.
God, why?
Why do you have
All
them?
right, I'll explain. I have no money on me, and I have like a quarter tray. And
Are you kidding?
And I needed to pay the cabbie.
How do you have no last night after dinner?
Are you kidding?
My God. Dude, you know me. I'm pathetic.
He's the last night after dinner, he says to Bob and his lovely wife, I got no money for a cab.
Opie. What is it? Isn't there an ATM around you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I pay for breakfast yesterday? It's not that I'm cheap. It's just like I don't know what my problem is. I never have money on me.
That's
so. Then I'm digging up quarters at 4 a.m. so I can, get a cab over here.
The cab driver must have loved you.
Oh, they love that.
Oh, I know. I just dumped all these quarters in his hand and said, "Thank you."
Yes, my friend.
You're afraid of being broke, but you don't have to be broke. You're not going to lose.
No, it's not even that. I swear it's not about that. It's just I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. I can't take care of myself. You do? I really can't.
They have these things at the
pathetic.
bank you can dump your quarters in and get money.
Don't trust him. I got ripped off by one of those things in Jersey. I'll never. And I called.
got ripped off in Jersey. Whoa. Well, I put my quarters in and nothing came out.
So I said, forget this. And I wound up putting them all into like a pillowcase and kept them for 3 years. And then I recently bought like those change banks. Makes that awful
counts
noise.
The change. It puts them in the little paper things.
Yeah, and I wound up with like $700 worth of change. I had them for years, and I broke 2 change banks. I didn't say it was a great story.
$700. Did you then spend that spare money on hookers?
I think that was 1 full toilet session and probably 1 other session. Yeah.
Hey, so you got something out of it.
2 things out of it.
There you go.
2 different forms of abject humiliation, self-hatred.
Change. You got to go to an ATM or something.
Yeah, you're one of the stars of the Opie and Anthony show. You're half of that moniker.
And
it takes 2 seconds.
I know. And I'm digging up quarters. I had to ask Bob for money for a cab. It
was awful.
And you weren't there to order the 5-pound lobster.
No.
I don't have any cash for a cab.
I didn't.
Yeah.
What they should have done is done what I did and just walked away. But they're such nice people that they're like, here you are.
Oh.
I got a 10 spot from them. So
Bob gave you $10?
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Right.
I'm sure he'll take that out of our bill.
Yeah, I probably now have to pay $5 of that.
I had to sign a receipt over to him or something. I don't know what that was about. He carries receipts on him when he's handing out the change.
I got to make sure that 10 spot is taxable to you, Opie.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to deduct it off of my taxes.
And then what?
Huh?
All right, one more. Bill, what's going on? North Carolina, check it in.
Yeah, man, I've heard you guys say that was going to be the last one, and I had to get in there, man. I got the best. Actually, my wife left for Iraq in February of '03, and while she was gone, for some reason, man, I don't know, I just had this feeling,
and I just started reading her emails, and started reading this one where she's talking to this guy saying how she's sexually frustrated and missing him terribly and all this shit. And I was like, kind of like, just looked at it for a little bit. Being a police officer myself, I was kind of like figuring things out. So I went ahead and found out who it was. It was a guy that we actually knew in San Antonio, Texas. Him and his wife, she actually is 2002 Miss North Carolina.
Wow.
So she's fine as hell, you know. And, well, anyway, they used to come to our house and have, like, cookouts and stuff. Well, apparently I didn't know, but they got stationed here in North Carolina with us, and unbeknownst to me, they continued a relationship, I guess, somehow that had started in San Antonio. So I confronted his wife, and she and I got together. She made an email account for him. I made an email account for my wife, and we emailed each other's spouses saying, hey, don't email me there anymore because my wife or my husband knows. So send
good one.
Tricky. So send all the correspondence here. And so we start talking back and forth. We got about 2 inches of emails and stuff back and forth to them admitting to everything they've ever done. And, well, anyway, I went to my wife's commander. She went to her husband's commander. Well, needless to say, they flew my wife back from Iraq. She got court-martialed. I have our 3-year-old daughter now.
You can you get court-martialed for cheating?
She wasn't stationed in Abu Ghraib, was she?
It screwed them both up, man.
And the girl's name, Lindy England.
Yeah, and then the other thing is I actually ended up hooking up with his wife one night and just kind of evened the score up a little bit. But
sure, you'd have to. That would be the obvious solution.
Why would anyone bang a cop's wife, though? I mean, the cops can investigate and find out whatever they want.
And the thing is, what's even better is I actually met him one day. I called him up and I said, hey, man, we need to talk. And he was like, no, man, I ain't going to meet you. You know, you're a freak and all this stuff. I said, no, come on, man. Well, anyway, I had him to meet me publicly at Books A Million. And I went in there and I had basically a chest wire on. It's the same one we use in our patrol car when we do a traffic stop. And I just left it on. And I recorded the entire thing, him admitting to having sex. He's like, just tell me. Because I told him, if you don't tell me, then I'll go to your commander and we'll get him to get it out of you. And I said, just do it this way, and, you know, we can have everything settled this way, because he just got finished with Special Forces and all this stuff. It's like 2 years of training. So we sat down, and he told me the whole story, which his wife later used that tape for her divorce. And now
this
has
guy's thought it out. Nice.
She has alimony. She got the house. She has everything she ever wanted, man. So it worked out good. But I'll tell you, it's tough, man, because it's two marriages over, but...
Did you see beforehand that, like, she was going to bang somebody else? I've never been married. Can you kind of tell, or do you think things are going great?
No, I mean, it was about a year and a half before that, she kind of acted kind of distant, you know. It wasn't like anything sexual distance or anything like that. She just wasn't the same happy, cheery person she was.
Yeah.
And when I confronted her, she said, oh, you know, nothing's going on or anything like that. And, of course, I didn't even know this guy was in the same state.
You know, sometimes you got to assess yourself in the relationship, like as a guy. You really have to step out of it and think, am I being, like, as good as I was at the beginning of the relationship? You know, or do you kind of take some things for granted and not, you know, if you're treating her kind of crappy? Because some guys do that.
No, Dr. Laura with sex advice.
No, I'm kind of just. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of the obvious. Because a lot of times the girls start cheating, but you kind of, you know, maybe you kind of started screwing up a little bit.
Hey, but you got to assess her, too. In the beginning, man, you're driving along, she bends over, starts sucking you off while you're cruising, or she's taking his ass and everything else. And then all of a sudden, man, she just wants missionary, you know? I mean, come on, man. You got to assess her, too.
Makes a good point.
Sure.
Makes a good point.
That's true. They are a bunch of dead fishes.
After a while, the lust goes away. And you're just left with the love part, and then you have this confrontation in your head. You're like, damn, do I stay with this because of the love, or do I go find some lust?
Well, either way, beside the point there, I mean, it was kind of a hard deal. It took about a year or so to get it all completed, but
all right,
it's done. I appreciate you guys' time.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Bill.
Okay, we got to move on.
Coming up next on Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton sings
Forget Me Not, you sightless twat. Your dog just shit on my rug.
Thought that was pretty fucking funny, didn't you?
How's that for a sketch?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You don't do sketches, stupid.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the O&A virus.